What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to another Tuesday night live. Tuesday at 9. Prototype Dad. What's going on, bro?
Yo, same old, man. How's my volume? How my volume?
Man, hey, your volume's fine. I don't know who else is going to join tonight. I know it's the holiday week. You know what I mean? So you know it'll be what it is. But we're gonna talk about these deals, man. I've been getting hit with nonstop alerts, signs. And, that's kind of always how it's been too. Like all these things about Black Friday sales. It's kind of one of those things. Like I always thought, is it worth it? Is there a right way to do it? Um, I know growing up, my first real experience of everybody going nuts over Black Friday is when the Elmo dog came out. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like it caused such a frenzy. Like it's the first time I actually heard like it's going nuts. So um man, we're just going to dig into that a little bit. Just talk about that, since it's Thanksgiving week and that's what we're dealing with this week. Um, if we have any strategies, best ways to go about it, what we've acquired, what kind of things we should attack, and do it like that, man. How's everything on your end, bro?
Everything is solid, man. Just ready for this turkey day, man. I got all these ideas in my head, so s- can't wait to just put them out there.
Yeah, I've been stressing. I've been stressing too. Not stressing, but just kind of worried about everything that's gonna come with all these things I'm gonna do come tomorrow. Cause it's like we're revving up the engines tomorrow, like to get prepped up and get things, get the smokers going and what I mean, all that kind of stuff. So but first question though, whoever chimes in after that might be a me and you show, or it is what it is. First question though, uh, what's your thoughts on Black Friday?
That's funny, man, because I was never really big on Black Friday because um, I kind of do most of my shopping online anyway, so I don't really be out there. But it was big in my family. Like, I mean, they be out camping at Walmart or something at 4 in the morning and stuff, trying to get the deals and fighting over toys and stuff. And I was like happy when they came up with the Cyber Monday thing, because then it just enabled me to be able to keep my eyes on the deals and see what was happening and kind of you know like all year round. I guess I'm really like listening to what kind of gifts and things that everybody want, and I'm looking around pretty much all year round for those type of deals. And then come Black Friday or Cyber Monday, or now it's to the point where I think Walmart started they started yesterday. So it's like all week, pre Black Friday deals and stuff. And I think Amazon got pre Black Friday deals and stuff too. So I've just been looking and putting stuff in the cart and just trying to see what type of deals that I could kind of get.
Yeah, like see it like if it goes down or not. I do got I've been eyeballing the new power rack for the garage gym, and I put these pieces in the cart, man, and they just been sitting in there, and I'm just like seeing if the price go down on them or what. Like so, there are a couple things that I've been looking at and trying to keep my eye, my ear to the ground on. Um, but I really never even took advantage of Black Friday like that. I think the only thing I've ever bought on a Black Friday was maybe some Hellcore boots back in the day, and like that was the only thing I've ever like went out and purchased. And the only reason I was even able to catch it because I was working out early that you know what I'm saying, like a Thanksgiving workout, and just I was up, so I made that deal. I had a little shot, but man, yeah, I just wish I would have been able to catch things a lot sooner, like as far as or have a better strategy on how to purchase things. I know people be taking advantage of TVs and everything else. Um,
Definitely the technology, man. Everything is on sale. So I don't know if this is how they do it, but it's how I figure they do it. Like all of the stuff that they're going to be discontinuing, or there's new styles of it coming in the new season. I feel like the old stuff, they're putting all that stuff on sale, and that's the stuff that
that's on
people are
Black
getting
Friday.
on. Yeah,
Yeah,
the people are getting on Black Friday, but ain't no problem with me because I don't need it brand new. I don't need the new one, but they got 65-inch TVs out there for sale for flat, $200. So there's definitely a lot of deals on for the tech side, and with phones and all kind of headphones and uh like AirPods and stuff like that. But the biggest thing I like Black Friday for is like you know uh Kennywood tickets. So
Kennywood
I always
tickets.
get, yeah, I always get the season passes because I'm always like it was something that we did when we was a kid, so it's something that I like to share with my kids. So I always get the season passes, so we can go whenever we want. And now Kennywood and Sandcastle and um Idlewild, they all owned by the same company, so you could like get a pass, a annual pass to go to
Hit
all
all
three.
three.
Yeah, and then you could just kind of mix it up throughout the year. So with my little one, we go to Idlewild because they got the Daniel Tiger little spot over there at
Yeah.
Idlewild, then Kennywood, and then Sandcastle, and you know what I mean. So I'm always looking out for that deal, that Black Friday deal for them season passes, because you dang near get the season passes for almost half off, and you know, so you can't beat that. You go once and you kind of made your money back.
Yeah, that's a deal that keeps on giving. I remember I would get the Six Flags joints down here, and I might need to look to see what's going on with that for this upcoming year. But Six Flags is full of roller coasters, and my boys ain't hitting the roller coasters just yet. But no, I could definitely see that being worth a while, especially prototype dad style to look out for something like that. You know what I mean? I would looking out for some bikes or that kind of deal. So do you think it's better to hit Black Friday or Cyber Monday, or what do you think you're going to get the best deal at?
That's funny now because it's difficult to say now that they opened it up so wide. They got like I said, the deals started yesterday at Walmart and Amazon. They doing pre Black Friday deals. So I'm not sure if what I mean, if they put the preliminary deals out now and then they put the real deals out on Black Friday. But that's why I'm kind of holding out and I'm putting it in the cart, and I'm gonna wait till Black Friday and see if some of that stuff changed. I know at Walmart though, the most of the pre-sales are online, but the actual Black Friday deals and sales you have to go to the store for. So maybe for Walmart you gotta get in where the get is good if you don't want to be in line in person on Friday. But I know Amazon, wherever them deals is at, get them while you could get them, and it just fill your cart up. You know what I mean? And if I don't know if the price is gonna go down or not, but you know what I mean. At least put it in the cart. That way, you know what I mean. You could check and see.
I think it's cool too. Like, let's say, I think it's something that you should have on like your relationship bucket list. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an experience for you and your girl or you and your family to go out and do. You just said like your family hops on it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a relationship family builder if that's something to do that all go Black Friday, in the middle of the night, camp out. Not, I mean, I'm really not interested in sitting on the cold. Maybe if I live in Florida, or maybe something like that. But, and I don't even think people do that wait in the line cold thing anymore. But they might. I haven't seen that on the news lately. Is that still a
They
thing? Have
they
you seen
they
that?
they they definitely do. Because there's certain deals, like I said, you can only get in person. So people are definitely still camping out, man. I think as recently as maybe last year, what they did was they changed the Black Friday deals to Thanksgiving evening. So that they were, leaving, all the girls were like kind of leaving dinner early to come eat to get their plates, and they leaving dinner early and they going to go camp out. So, I mean, it was a thing as early as last year. I remember.
Yeah. So yeah. So like I said, for me, it's the power rack. Probably gonna try to catch some bicycles. I don't really need too much or want too much or have a whole bunch of electron. I know it's weird. I don't have a whole bunch of electronics, but I do. But I don't have them for leisure purposes. I just have them for work. You know what I'm saying? So but I probably could use something, something wild. I got to look and see what I can catch. I know we got some Black Friday deals over at the website, man. We got the whiskey glasses. We got the energy beads now. So those are up. We got the cigar sets on the website now. Like hey, somebody, everybody need to go over there and like check it out, and we need to get that news out there that prototype dad got some things that might be worth looking up as gifts, that kind of stuff. Um, so how you feeling about the upcoming Turkey Day as far as the prep? Are you ready for it? Is it all prepped up or?
Nah, I usually don't do any the prep until the night before. I get all my prep done the night before. I start browning my turkey the night before, and then I don't really start doing too much cooking until the day of, or early in the morning. I get up and start putting stuff together. But I kind of like all those flavors that kind of be marinating overnight, and then I put in the work on Thanksgiving Day, so all that food is nice and fresh.
I'm a brown it with I got the apple cider vinegar and like some oranges and give it that little citrusy thing. I'm gonna put some garlic in there. And I don't got no thyme or anything like that, but I'll put some jalapenos in there too. I think that's gonna be the difference. And I'm gonna skip the I'm gonna just I got they're selling the brine bags because everybody's branding now. So I only got those big brine bags, and I'm not going to even do that to the cooler like that. I'm just going to put it in the brine bag and do it like that. I don't know if I'm cheating the process, but that's kind of how I'm thinking about doing it. Or I'm not thinking about. That's how I'm going to do it. And we'll see what's on the other end of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. I don't really do the brown bags because I always be worried that something's gonna happen. So what I usually do is I usually, clean out my sink. I usually line my sink with saran wrap, and then I fill up the sink with my brown wash, and I keep that, let that you know, put some ice in there, I let that brine overnight, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know how long our shows normally go, and we covered all the questions so quickly, just because what I'm saying. I guess we're not waiting for nobody else to kind of chime in and say their piece. But I don't know, man. You got anything else on that's been on your heart that what I mean? Because I guess it's just me and you.
I mean, nothing has been on my heart for sure, but you know what I mean. I am looking forward to these cyber deals because it'll get a lot of. First and foremost, like I said, I do a lot of thinking ahead of time. So I'm always like buying gifts for certain occasions. So with Christmas coming up, with birthdays coming up, with all these things coming up, you know what I mean? I take advantage of these Black Friday and Cyber Monday and these different deals to kind of rack up on certain gifts that everybody talking about in the background. So I just listening, hearing what people saying. Okay, oh, I would like this, I want this, and then I take inventory and I go back and forth between the websites, whether what I mean is J.C. Penney, or if it's Macy's, or Amazon or Walmart or Target or whatever, and I'm going back and forth. I'm putting stuff in the carts, and then I'm trying to assess the deals and see which one's got a better deal, and then I
You know who got a Black Friday deal that to look at it, you be like, man, that's a deal. Frontier. Frontier has a heck of a deal. It's like fly anywhere for $600 for like a year. You know what I'm saying? But
I
I
saw
am
that. I saw
I'm
that, and I'm
never
super
doing that again.
skeptical. I'm
Don't
super
do it.
skeptical.
Don't do it. Me and he ain't up here, but me and him, we was in Dallas this weekend, dog, and getting there, we had a 3 hour delay. Not not delayed before we got on. We were sitting on the plane for 3 hours. Mind you, it's a 2 hour flight. We're sitting on the plane in the runway, or not even in the runway, like just in like on the plane parked, and they was like, "Oh, we're waiting for somebody to come jump the plane." Like jump the plane? You got to sit on the plane for 3 hours for somebody to like you couldn't jump the plane and then like get us on the plane after that. Like you know what I'm saying? Frontier, I'm so done with them. And then like you, even if you like, they know they suck. So like, even if you complain to them, they're like, we know we suck, so we're not gonna do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Come back if you want. And then they'll hit you with the email of like, hey, $29 for a flight here or there. Like, go to Vegas for $29, and it make you think about it. Like, dang, $29, it's hard to beat. But at this point in my life, man, I just rather pay the extra for the Delta joint, man. Like, it's just not working, man. It's been a bad experience, like maybe 3, 4 times this year. with the Frontier. So it's a heck of a deal if you want to take advantage of it. But I mean, the service is trash, man.
Yeah, so I've never flown on Frontier, but I've flown on similar airlines like Spirit and well, I can't remember what that other one is, but yeah, on different those cheaper airlines, and I don't mind that at all, man, because I always say, the more money I spend on getting there is the less money I'm gonna spend when we get there. So I'm always like, okay, well, let me find these deals, but I don't think that I would want to take part in that $600 deal because that it's a little weird to me. But then if you read if you read the little print, they say for this year you pay that $599, but then for next year it goes up to like I don't know 12. It goes up to like 1,299 or something like that. The second year, it's like if you don't opt out, they automatically renew you at that higher price. I can't remember if it was 1,299 or if it was 1,599, something like that. But the first year is 599, and then it goes up exponentially.
What's going on, cuz?
Yo, what's happening, man?
Man, good to see you drop in, man.
Yeah, man. I'm like, I apologize for being late, man. I think I'm got a little bug going on, man. So
While I was on the plane, man, there was somebody behind me kept coughing, man. I wanted to like turn around on him, like, dog. If you don't get that under wraps, man, I ain't trying to take home none of that, none of what you got, man. I'm just like, I was completely expecting to be sick today, but I'm good. But I wanted to turn around, like, man, you tripping, man. You doing way too much coughing. You don't get
yeah,
on the plane if you're gonna be like that. I
right
would just
now,
we
man, that's terrible. Like right now, you can't sneeze or cough on the plane, son. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good look.
you can't sneeze or cough in public. Like don't
Yeah,
sneeze or cough in public. They going you know what I mean? Like yo.
everybody get that look.
So we were just talking about the Black Friday deal with Frontier. How they got it for like $600 for the whole year. Fly anywhere.
No.
It's trash. It's trash. It's a terrible experience.
What wasn't nothing to do with them.
Nothing. Nothing. From the I don't know, what was your experience like rap with them? Like it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, the few experiences I had, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not trying to bash no company because you know what I'm saying, we welcome all sponsors, man. But like I was just telling you, Frontier at this point, man, y'all got some work to do, man. You know what I mean? Like the quality and service. It's crazy because when we was pulling up late, you looked and there was somebody in the same line as us, looking like us, how we was before we got on the plane, man. It's not a good look, man. It's one of them things where like you never want to get what you pay for, even though you understand what you're paying for. But you couldn't give me that, son. It's like wearing cheap deodorant to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? Like I know, you know what I'm saying? I know what I did, but you expect it to last a little longer and get you through. That shit gonna let you down, son. I can't do it.
So we was over here talking. It's interesting because me and you had a conversation this weekend. So Hit like to wear all the designer clothes, but he has a way about doing it. You know what I mean? But what do you think about Black Friday and what I'm saying? Do you have any Black Friday strategies that you use to kind of get the things you need?
Yeah, man. And man, I used to be I'm the vintage Friday. Wants to go out in the crowds and be fighting and and bumping back and forth. You know, what I'm saying deals. But just a few years ago, I really got over to the internet shopping, man. And you know what I'm saying, the key to the internet is getting hit.
Can you hear yourself?
Like yeah,
Yeah, I had to mute him real quick so he can find a little better spot. You was over here sounding like Cybertron, man. You got to get closer to your Wi-Fi, your router. You
Yo,
good? Yeah, you gotta get closer to your router.
yeah, you can hear me?
Nah, it's still super choppy.
I'm in
And I
okay,
know it
come
ain't the
on, yo.
phone. I know it ain't your phone because you got the good phone. You must have got that on Black
Get me,
Friday
man.
last year.
I think cash. You see me cause he's carrying a cash app.
What'd you say?
Still chopping. Uh,
But I will let him get himself together. But yeah, the Frontier deal, man. I'm not dealing with that.
all right, what I look like? I'm good.
Yeah, you came in clear down.
All right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, yo, I think they trying to give me the upgrade, man. Because lately, man, it's been acting crazy. Like, you remember I couldn't even scan the cash app.
Oh yeah.
It's been acting crazy.
Yeah.
It's been acting crazy lately, man. I think they trying to get me to upgrade. But now what I was saying about the deals, man, you know what I'm saying? I do wear certain stuff, man. I ain't saying like all designer, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause a lot of it's not designer. It's just when you put it together, it look like it. But I think I when I want to get it, because I'm at a certain price point, you know what I mean? I jump on them, like I shop at the Saks and I shop at Nina's, you know what I mean, and I you know, Nordstrom's or whatnot. But I jump on and I go straight to the clearance. You know what I'm saying? I go to sales and you know what I'm saying, I find different items, you know what I'm saying, or they got, you know what I'm saying, that I will like. And you know what I mean? If it's something like undersized, like if it's jeans, I'm gonna get them tailored anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm short. You know what I mean? So I got to get them tailored to look a certain way anyway. So I get them at that price point because I know that they're gonna fit once I tailor them up. The same for a shirt. You know what I'm saying? So that's how like I can mess around and grab a shirt that was 300 and get it for like $59. You know what I'm saying? Or you get the email because you know the email give you the coupon, hit them with the coupon at the end, and boom, you didn't came up, man. You got a $500 outfit for $100. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I ain't never tailored no jeans. You tailored some jeans before leaving? I ain't never tailored no jeans.
For real?
Yeah, nah.
Nah, I never tailored them, but you know what? I wouldn't be above tailoring them. I know my size, like because you know I go to Men's Warehouse a lot to get some stuff, and they always measure me. Men's Warehouse and Brooks Brothers, they always measure me, and so they always got my measurements right. So I got my exact measurements. So when I go buy, you know, jeans from certain places or I buy stuff, I'll get my exact measurements. Like I already know I'm 36 in the waist and 30 length. So automatically I know exactly what I wear and what I fit. And if I want to have the jeans more, like I guess this is more like the fashion episode, but whatever. If I wanted to have my jeans, you know, nice and fitted and you'd be right above my little shoes or whatever, you know I get them at the 30. But if I'm looking for the more baggy look, you know what I mean, because I'm wearing them with some boots or something, then you know I might go the 32 route. But it just depends. But yeah, I've never had to get them tailored because I know the exact size, so I always get the exact size.
So that's a store I might look into. I shop a lot of Men's Warehouse. Like I get a lot of my clothes from Men's Warehouse. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably where I need to be looking for Black Friday. Is see what kind of deals they got because they be having some fly stuff. Like they're I don't know if it's me getting older or they're getting more urban, but it might be a mix of both. But I'll go on in Men's Warehouse and like and leave with a bunch of stuff. But there was one point in time where I was just like, I ain't going in there. I don't need no suit. It was like Burlington. It was Burlington or nothing for us growing up. Like you know what I mean? Like because they had it all. But no, I definitely rock with the Men's Warehouse, man. They having like a lot of little fly jackets in there. A lot of things like shirts. Like yeah, I'm gonna have to check out Men's Warehouse for Black Friday for sure. See if I can get something on. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Parents.
I just for me, I just gotta have them. I gotta have my pants drop a certain way, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what my like a 30 is probably just a little too long. You know what I mean? For what I wanted. But I'm telling you, man, just get you a pair of jeans and just try to get them tailored and see how they look and how you like, especially like with them boots, like them boots you had, like and how they sit right on them boots and how they sit right to your leg, man. Give the outfit a different look.
No, I'll give it a shot. I'll definitely give it a shot. But even like I like to buy things that everybody don't like to buy, and that's how I kind of keep that. You know what I'm saying? Like those boots, it was from Journey. Like you was like, where you get them Journey? Like you shop at Journey? But yeah, but I found Journey from wearing shell toes. You know what I mean? And they always had the different styles of shell toes, like always. So that's always been my little jewel. You know what I'm saying? Um, People still go to the mall anymore? Like, is that even a thing? Well, you can't get Macy's.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yo, I think the online is so vast, man, that it's kind of killing. I mean, I still go just because, like I said, I came from that old school where you went and you had those doorbusters and all that stuff. But the last few years, man, getting on the internet is changing things. Like I did my Christmas shopping one year in a week. No, in 2 days. It was 2 days. It was Thanksgiving, the night of Thanksgiving, and by Black Friday, by the end of it, I was done for the week. It all came next week. I didn't even know what to do. Like I was like, damn, what I do for the rest of the month? Like I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I think the internet is so vast, man, that it's killing them all. I think even more companies are just pushing more for online anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because it's safer, it's cleaner, and it's more effective.
Well, just like what you were saying, man, when you as far as like, making sure your stuff fit and it has the right fit, man. Like I don't go shopping a lot and I don't go to the mall a lot, but when I do go, I know what I'm going for. Like I'm going specifically to a specific store and I know what I'm going, whether I'm looking for some button up, so I'm looking for, you know what I mean, a suit or whatever. You know what I mean? I want to make sure my measurements is right because, the weight fluctuates and, weight be in different places and stuff. So I want to make sure the stuff is fitting right. So, those will be the times that I'll actually go there. Any other time that I'm buying something, man, I'll probably get it online, especially Amazon, because they'll be here in a couple of days. But you know what I mean? When I'm looking for a specific look, most of the time I'm going directly to the store. And I don't think there's any, like Brooks Brothers is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite stores. So I don't think there's any Brooks Brothers in the malls that I go to. So generally, if I want to go to Brooks Brothers, I got to go to the outlets, which is all the way out in Washington County. So, you know what I mean? But they, like I said, they measure you up. They make sure your stuff is fitting nice, and you know what I mean. So that's the only time I'll actually go is if I'm buying clothes. You know what I mean? And I'm looking for a specific look or a specific fit because the people in the store will help me in a way that I can't help myself at home. I'll be to order something online that don't fit, and now I'm just like stuck with it because I don't feel like going to the store and exchanging it.
Something I kind of want to break a little segue into. If we could drop a jewel or two, right? Because we're a little in and out of the topic, but the topics, whatever. Um, Man, there's awareness, like men's awareness, and not getting finessed. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used like around these times, and I guess it's a perfect time because around these times, that's when I guess we were at our busiest, yeah, as in going over different people's houses growing up, and you know, checking here, checking there, stopping over all these different girls, or, what we was doing. But man, sometimes, man, we could just out of excitement, man, just get too caught up in what's going on, like just an opportunity, and man, like I'm bringing it up because we were just in Dallas, man, and it was like we messed around and we was almost caught up in the situation, and then it was just like it's kind of like intuition kicked in, and we were just like, you know what, let's just kick back real quick. Let's slide over here. You know what I mean? But a lot of people could have got messed up. You know what I mean? So what's the quick jewel that we could give out to what I mean? Say a young 19-year-old that's just getting his feet wet and adventures to kind of give them a hint on look out for this. You know what I mean?
Yo, I think one of the biggest things, and I don't always follow this rule, and I'm guilty of not following it. And like one time I didn't follow it, you know what I'm saying? I almost lost my life not following it. But you gotta go with your gut, man. You gotta listen to your intuition, dude. That is real, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we can go back into all the different layers of like, what that means and what, you know what I'm saying, like who's speaking to you or whatever. But the biggest thing is that communication, it shouldn't be taken lightly. Like if you feel something and something's not right, you know what I mean? And if you gotta question it, then you really should be acting on it. You know what I'm saying? Like in that situation you were saying, there was a lot of questions, right? That, you know what I'm saying? And if it's something is right and it's gone and it's supposed to be for you, you don't have to question it. You know what I'm saying? It flows naturally, it's organic. But if you gotta question something and keep wondering, then more likely it's one of those things where if you gotta ask, you probably shouldn't do. So I tell, you know what I'm saying, we can even put that to the topic of shopping, Black Friday, or just life in general. You know what I'm saying? Always go with your gut and don't always go for the impulse. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because that the impulse will make you sometimes derail you from what you was thinking before. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the big booty or it's the Gucci shoes, you know what I mean? That impulse, you know what I'm saying? You get
Or the
remaining
big booty you gonna get with the Gucci
with the
shoes.
Gucci shoes. You know what I'm saying? You got to go with it. Be instinctful, man. We're still animals. We're mammals by nature, and you survive off instincts as well, man. You know what I mean? We got rationality, but still, man, don't discredit that instinctful side, man. Just, you know what I mean? Definitely stay in tune, man. And that comes from the distractions, the alcohol, the drugs, whatever. You know what I mean? But staying in tune. You know what I mean? Besides that.
But I will say this though, um, because you kept asking questions, that probably heightened my awareness. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just on cool for real, and there was like little things coming through that was just like, what's that? But then you was like, what about this? What about that? Why that happen? And I'm like, nah. But it was the mix of the two where I was just like, I was able to just. I think what you were doing was like, you were making me more like heightened to where like I was detaching. Like every question you was asking, I was detaching from the situation. You know what I'm saying? So as you kept asking me questions and with my own little suspicions, it made me think about that. And that's what we were just like, let's just kick over here. Yeah. Now, I know me and Leaf have been in plenty of situations where we just say no. But I mean, I'm sure he could speak to, some of his own kind of intuitions on that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's always about, being aware of your surroundings. You know what I mean? And that's what I would say to, I mean, it's what I say to my daughter all the time. Hey, be aware of your surroundings. You know what I mean? Make sure you feel comfortable. If you feel anything that, you know what I mean, makes you feel like this ain't right or makes you second guess even once, man, leave that. You know what I mean? Walk away, go the other way, go do something else. Like, don't put yourself in a situation that might even be something, because there's been way too many times in my life where, you know what I mean, I'm just here for the ride. And now, something's popping off based off of some things happening in the background that I didn't know nothing about. You know what I mean? With whoever I was with. So, it's just like, always be cognizant of your surroundings. You know what I mean? Like you said, listen to your gut, listen to that intuition, when you feel things is wrong. And you know what I mean? And don't put yourself in any situation where, you don't have another way out. Like oftentimes, I'll be on the, I'm riding. Like, okay, you going, I'm riding with you. Nowadays it's like, dog, I'll follow you in my car. You know what I mean? So if there's anything that ever pop up, I know I gotta go, man. I can't be here no more. So you know what I mean? Make sure you can ride, with your homies, you can ride with your people, but bring
You,
your own
you, you
ride.
know, it's a clear sign. And even if we apply it to shopping, a clear sign is a fast talker is always going to be in the mix. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody like there's always a fast talker somewhere in the mix, and that's just a distraction. Like you should instantly know, like antennas up. If there's a fast talker around or somebody trying to like pump game, and you could just tell, like man, this don't nah. You know what I mean? Like you can almost tell it's not genuine. Like
Yo,
as
I
soon as
think, Leva just dropped the jewel, man. Yo, he just dropped the jewel. Like, that's real, man. You always gotta leave yourself a out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we subconsciously left ourselves a out and didn't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? Because when we started pulling out of the situation, everybody started thinking about what's the out. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a jewel, man. Like in anything, that showed that you analyzing the situation and you leaving yourself, you know what I'm saying, a way out. You know what I mean? Like I ride motorcycles, and that's the first thing they said. Like, yo, whenever you riding, you always gotta be scanning, looking for an out. You know what I mean? Somebody stop in front of you, you can maneuver, and somebody do something. You gotta have an out because you don't have no protection. And that's the same thing right there, man. You always gotta have an out. You know what I mean? You always got to be aware of the situation, and like we relate it back to shopping or whatever. Like understanding where you at and understanding, you know what I'm saying, what's your way out, man? Like how do you, if this guy does something, what do I do next? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like what's my out? I think that was a jewel, man.
No, I could drop a bomb for that heavy way out. You know what I mean? Because I definitely think that's important, and you're right. Like as soon as something, I think, and that's where you're comfortable as long as you got it out. You know what I mean? Like if somebody flakes on you, you know, you're like, oh, they flaky. As long as I got that out, or I got my own car, you know what I'm saying? I'll follow you, or you know what I'm saying? You got your Uber money, you know, whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying? To lead yourself a way out, even out of a sale, out of making a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? You got to think, what's your out of this sale? You know what I'm saying? Because they could have fast talked you, got you in a hole. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your out is going in like, I'm going to say no. Or I don't know. I can't really necessarily say that's an out, but you gotta have an out. I don't know necessarily how to get out of a sale other than I mean they normally give you one though, like, hey, it's a Black Friday deal. You can cancel by a week or you can bring it back and this and that. And I guess it's a fake out. It's not legit. Because they're gonna try to will you in anyway.
And most time you're probably too busy to go back, depending on where it was at or what was happening. You know what I mean? The circumstances change. You end up getting stuck with something, or wasting more time, more productive time, trying to get rid of the mistake that you made. You know what I'm saying? Which is
Mm-hmm.
even more counterproductive.
Facts.
So yeah, so with that in mind, man. So I'm going through this situation right now where I ordered some stuff off of Amazon. I ordered a air fryer, my old air fryer, kicked the bucket. I tried to troubleshoot it and fix it, it ain't work. So I bought a new air fryer on Amazon, right? And they told me to be here 2 weeks ago. It ain't come yet. So you know what I mean? I'm calling them like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? It's not here. There needs to be some kind of compensation. There's something needs to happen because I've been waiting for this air fryer. It was supposed to be 2 day shipping, and now it's been 2 weeks, and I still haven't received it. So with that same thought in, you know what I mean. When you looking up these deals and things like that, man, if they don't live up to their end of the bargain, like that 2 day shipping, then that's when you got some repercussions on your end where you could either get your money back, the item still might come, but on your end you still got your money back or a gift card or something, you know what I mean, that you can get. So that's something that you can use, especially on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. If they don't ship it in the time they say they're going to ship it, man, you got some recourse to be able to either get your money back, get a refund, or whatever, send it back, whatever you want to do, return.
Um, so a helpful tool was the BBB. You could report a company to the BBB, and them suckers should respond. They're likely to respond. You know what I mean? If you're not getting no help, and I'm sitting here thinking I could BBB Frontier for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? That's what the thing, because I've had a weird year with them, man, and the flights I've gotten through Frontier, like one time they stuck me on like a 24-hour layover, like, you know what I mean? Like there was just no way, yeah, like when we flew out to Costa Rica, there was no way, like, you know what I'm saying, like they had they had me. The ticket was like 350, but Delta was charging like 850 for the round trip. And I'm like, yo, like, I can't do nothing about this. I can't be treating people like this. I mean, I ended up taking it, and I was just like, man, wherever I get that layover, I'll just spend the time or whatever, you know what I mean, and kind of explore. But yeah, Frontier mug, man. And I'm about to BBB them right now. Actually, like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Y'all got any closing remarks? The
Oh,
show ain't
listen,
gonna be too
we
long.
gonna tell. I don't like how I've been treated. Yo,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, son. Like, the experience has not been great. They really make you really rethink, like that price gap. You know what I'm saying? Like, was that 200 really worth these sitting up in here extra 4 hours? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? The convenience, it's just terrible, man. I agree, my brother. I agree, man. I second that. So let me know. I'll follow. I'll do a follow-up email.
I don't know if Spirit's that bad. I don't. You got more experience with Spirit, but I mean Southwest is pretty cool, and you know what I'm saying, and Delta. But I think they've been like all in cahoots, and like Delta's like, look here, I'll upcharge mine. You keep yours so low that it's enticing. You know what I mean? That way your business is going. You'll get our volume. It's like they're trying to take out the middle class. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not $1,000 a ticket rich yet. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that Southwest is on the same level as Spirit and Frontier, and I don't know why I can't remember that other company, but it was another company. My wife was here that
American,
flew on.
American.
No, it was a smaller company that kind of got the same model with Spirit and Frontier, but I can't remember where they are. But Southwest, like in the like I don't know, maybe 10, 15, 18 years ago, they had more like better deals on the flights and stuff. Now, they're pretty standard with their flights. I mean, it's not Spirit by any shape of the imagination, but Spirit, they have their issues. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say it's great, but I know how to maneuver and make it through the system. There's only been a few times I've um where I've had issues where it was like delays, and that was like probably uh during COVID. You know what I mean? Where a lot of the employees was getting COVID and they couldn't come to work, and couldn't get anybody else in, so flights was getting delayed, flights were getting canceled. So that was the roughest patch that I've ever had. Most people's complaints about Spirit is you know how they nickel and dime you with the costs and bags and stuff like that. But for me, it was like, man, I was always able to, I travel with a little duffel, you know what I mean? So I could put that under my chair. I ain't got to pay for it. I don't got to pay for no carry on. I don't got to pay for no, you know what I mean? No check bag or nothing like that. And then whatever the flight is, and we in and out. And I monopolized that for years. So whatever money I got to pay now is just like, okay, I need to pay my share because I've been getting $25 round trip flights back and forth to places for too long. Like I need to pay a little bit more to the company, but I haven't had too many problems with Spirit. I mean, other than it may be a little tighter with the seating, but if you sit up in the front seats, I don't know. I don't think they have a business class or a first class, but they call them like more spacey seats. So if you sit in those seats, you know what I mean, you might have to spend the extra $20 or $30 per seat or whatever, but it's still reasonable enough for it to make sense. But from what you guys are saying about Frontier, man, I mean, that seems like it's a company ready to be taken over. You know what I mean? It's ready to be bought out by somebody and upgraded in some way. So maybe there'll be some kind of collaboration deal or some kind of
I think
buyout from
Frontier
another
and,
company.
and Spirit was supposed to like merge at one
Yeah, I think
point.
that
Yo,
I
they
think
would have
that got I think that got thrown out by I think they're going with JetBlue. I think
something.
Spirit's going
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Spirit's going with JetBlue now instead of Frontier. So I think all three of them should just merge together. You know what I mean?
I
And
never
just
flown JetBlue to even know how bad it is.
I flew JetBlue in the past. JetBlue wasn't that bad. JetBlue was kind of like I would say it's more comparable to Southwest than it is comparable
To a
um
Frontier or Spirit.
to a Frontier or a Spirit. Yeah. So I mean, I flew JetBlue. It wasn't too bad. I mean, the seat wasn't as tight, and there was spacing, and they wasn't killing you with nickel and
With
diming you
nickel
with
and
little
dimes,
stuff.
it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
So
Frontier,
it wasn't
Frontier
bad.
even take their check bag is 40 pounds and not even it's not 50.
Well, that's same with Spirit. It's 40 pounds. So how we usually, you know, give up some jewels. How we usually do it is like, cause me, like if we there's three of us and we all check a bag. My daughter got a small bag. Maybe her bag is 20 pounds. My wife got a freaking life size bag. Maybe her bag is 50 pounds, and I got a bag and it's probably 30 pounds. All that stuff it evens out to where it's less than 40 pounds a bag. So they usually just take it, even if one or two bags is overweight.
I'm having trouble hearing. Can you say that again?
Okay.
Even if one of the bags, yeah, even if something happened in the background, even if one of the bags is, what I mean, overweight, and the other two bags are like way underweight, they still let you rock on there because I guess it's about a total weight, what I mean, on the plane. So it just is what it is, man. There's ways to get around certain stuff that I've learned over the years of flying with them, and you know what I mean. And how I fly with them because I own stock in the company, so you know what I mean. I'm always flying with them because I'm getting paid in dividends.
Yeah. So no, you ain't get rid of that stock yet. You still held on to it because I know we was stock heavy on the airlines.
Yeah. I sold half of it, and then I still
Okay.
got half, So I sold half of it when it went up, and it peaked at a certain. I can't remember what I sold it at. Maybe like, I don't know, because I bought it at like $8 a share, and I think I sold it at like 30 something, maybe 40 a share or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's
I
where I
can't
sold.
remember what
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, I
something
can't
right
remember
now.
what I sold it at, but I sold half of it and I kept half. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, okay, well, I'm flying. I'm buying tickets off of these cats. I'm flying with you. Now, I feel like the money that I'm spending with you, I'm getting paid back in dividends. So it don't hurt me none. You know what I mean? And I have the Spirit credit card. So, you know what I mean? I'm buying my flights with the Spirit credit card and getting Spirit miles from the credit card. So, I'm kind of getting it full circle.
Yo,
I was going to get
he
the
one
Delta
of them
one.
dudes. He one of them dudes be like, listen, I got stock in this company. And I was being treated like that. I'm a stockholder. I deserve another cup of noodles.
No, you know what's wild though, because you mentioned dividends, right? I just came past this post where we was talking about the five highest paying dividend stocks. It's like Verizon is like 7%, Dow was like 6%, Intel was 5%, Walgreens is 5%, IBM is 5%, around that. But no, I guess that's a little jewel if anybody's in the buying stocks and looking for dividends. Because we was stock heavy all pandemic. Like we was going nuts. Like like nuts. Like we was buying stock like I don't like I mean that's really my first time ever even jumping into that kind of, you know what I mean, put my money somewhere like that. But
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like that was, I mean, that was our whole conversation. I mean, I think during the pandemic was the most that, the whole group of guys kind of talked on a regular basis. It was like, okay. And it was like every single dime that they were given in their little stimulus packages and things
it's
like that.
stock
It was
money.
like every dime was
Every
like,
penny.
I'm putting it
Every
right
penny.
into some stocks,
Yeah.
every single dime. So it was like, okay, whatever money they give me, you know what I mean? I'm putting it over here so I could double up, triple up, you know what I mean? And that's what we was doing all pandemic. It was like, let's get these companies while they are at the bottom.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? A lot of them stocks did double, triple. I mean, I would
It
think I
worked
was
out.
buying, yeah, I was buying Carnival, Norwegian. I was buying all them at like $6 a share. You know what I mean? I was buying all them so low that they get the $30-$40 a share, man. I'm like, yo, we was in there because we was talking stocks every single day. Like that was the first thing we talked when we got up in
We
the
was
morning,
waking up
and
like going
and
to
the
sleep
last
to
thing
it.
we talked about at night. Yeah, it was like, yo, how do we get this? And what I'm mad about is that we missed the GameStop. You know what I mean? That's what I'm really mad about, because if we would have got into that GameStop
Yeah.
early enough, or that or
AMC.
the cryptocurrency, no, AMC too, but the cryptocurrency too, if we'd have got into that early enough, we would have killed it in so many ways. But man, I made a lot of money over the pandemic, man. So I can't be mad about that at all.
We gotta be ready for the next one. Something else is coming. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, something's always coming. Something's always
Something else
coming,
is coming.
because it's always this balance of power, that red and blue Democratic spend money on the poor, spend money on the rich stuff, and you know what I mean, inflation, and so it's always something. So there's going to be times where we can get up. We just got to be watching it, and see what's going on.
I
Keep our
think
ear
like
to the ground.
people like give Trump mad credit for how everybody had money and you know what I'm saying, but I think he just knew how to eat at the right. You know what I'm saying? He just got caught at the right time. Like,
Well, I mean, how I understand politics, and now I'm not a guru or anything in it, but how I understand it is that it takes usually a couple years for policies that presidents put in place for them to
for
actually
the actually
come
see,
into
yeah.
fruition. So in the same vein that a lot of people in Pittsburgh say that Mike Tomlin benefited from Bill Cowher's, guys and rosters, and it won them a Super Bowl, is the same way that I feel like Donald Trump benefited from a lot of President Obama's, things that he put in place, because by the time he got into office, some of those, laws and things that he put in place are now coming into fruition. So he's benefiting from the laws and the roster that Obama put in. And now that we're seeing, you're seeing once we hit that pandemic, you're seeing President Biden getting flack for a lot of the stuff that President Trump put into place, because he kind of switched a lot of those laws and stuff up that President Obama put in place and ended a lot of that stuff. So now President Biden's in there and he's dealing with trying to figure out the pandemic and trying to figure out, well, what to do now that these laws have changed, and now how can I get these laws changed back so we can do some positive stuff. But you know what I mean? I always say it's two sides of the same coin, man. And the best way to be, instead of being far left and far right, is somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? To figure out some kind of consensus to make it work. And I don't want to make the show political, but since we're here, what I will say is that I do hope that we're able to come to some kind of consensus for this next for these next couple of years, because we got a Republican majority in the House, and we got a Democratic majority in the Senate, which means there's going to be a lot of gridlock. So hopefully, they can be a little more moderate, and because the extreme stuff never really works, and it doesn't really benefit anybody. So if you're extreme right, you're extreme left, it doesn't serve anybody. You know what I mean? So somewhere in the middle, it's always going to be better. So hopefully they can do something over the course of the next couple of years. I don't see Biden winning again, but
I definitely don't see Biden winning again. But
yeah,
even how
I mean, he's old as heck.
I mean, I don't know how important that is.
Yeah,
but no, even when I vote, what I notice is like I'll vote some Democrat, some Republican, and you know what I'm saying, some Green Party, like, which I know is like, is there a point? But I did, like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, I'm gonna vote for this Green Party anyway. So I don't know. But balance is always the key, though. I think they generally leave it balanced. I don't really remember a time where it was all one red or blue.
There's a lot of times where it was all red and all blue, where there were certain legislation. I think the first term Obama served, the first 2 years Obama served, it was Democratic House, Democratic Senate, and there's where a lot of stuff was getting passed through, and a lot of stuff was getting pushed through. And then his second half of his term, it was I believe it was split, Republican and Democrat, and I think there was a lot of gridlock in there. So, it is what it is. The president doesn't have that much power. You know what I mean? As far as making stuff happen without the Senate and the House. So it just is what it is, man. I think we can control much more stuff on the local level, but it is what it is.
So I just want to reiterate, since we're talking about shopping, we're talking about a little bit of everything today: deals, shopping, traveling. Go over to the website, get you a hunter survival kit. You know what I mean? Great stuff in there. Stuff like this knife right here, which I'm twitchy about, but You know, we got, this knife is in the kit. Nice little Leafer, you got one of those kits, right?
I do. I have one of those kits for sure. Nice kit.
So it got like you get wire saw, stuff, some man stuff, things that you would think is pretty cool. Like I said, we got the whiskey stuff, the whiskey glasses, and the cigar kits. Go check it out. As well as the energy beads, the stuff that we wear on our wrists and stuff like that.
Hey, are we having is there a Black Friday sale on the website?
There is a Black Friday sale, man. All they have to do is if y'all gave out y'all name to whoever, they can get a little discount. You know what I mean. So it's if they had hit me or Leafer, you know what I mean. I don't have one, but any of the cast members, if y'all wanted to, contribute to the sales or whatever, and they use your code, and they get a little discount off. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I'm surprised we even made it. An hour. It's good to know that we can carry a whole hour show, even with just us. And man, I guess I'll probably talk to most of y'all tomorrow. Y'all and I'll see you Thursday.
For sure. Yo, man, son, I don't know, man. I got like a little bug, my little stomach bug, man. You see?
Don't come if you sick.
Nah, I was drinking that ginger and tea. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to come back right, son. I'm trying to make sure I'm good. You know what I mean, by Thursday.
Don't bring none of that. You know what I'm saying? None of that.
Send me the vegan mac and cheese recipe. I need that. So send me that.
We don't got the recipe. That's a homie that, you know what I'm saying? That.
Oh, I thought he said they gave him the recipe and he was making
No, we buy it from her. We buy it from her like whenever.
Yeah. Okay.
That's imported. I got that imported.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't think she'll give it up.
Nah, she got into a science though.
Yeah, I don't think she'll give it up.
To the point where there was 2 macaroni and cheese and nobody knew which one they was
Yeah.
eating. That's a good macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. Cause I'm trying to figure out what recipes you use. Cause I know a few recipes. I don't know. I ain't never really tried it, but I never tried making it. But I ate it before.
But I don't even know what kind of cheese she used. Cause
she didn't use no cheese. She probably used that. She probably used that little the little yeast. What I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast.
Yeah. She probably used that because it make it like a cheesy.
It's cheesy, creamy. It tastes good. It tastes different, but it's fire though. Like, you know what I'm saying? She put the veggies in it. Like,
and as long as you put a little, you can add a little smoky stuff in there. Like, you can add so much stuff in there to give it that flavor. And it, like, I had it, it was dope. Like, a lot of the people I work with are, vegetarians or vegans. So it's like they always come in with some stuff, and I'd be like, this is dope. I'll never try it, but it was good. You know what I mean? But I don't know how to make that type of stuff.
Yo, you'd be surprised, man. Like I said, we was at a party. And she had a pan of regular macaroni and cheese and the vegan macaroni and cheese. And we were sitting like, yo, which one is which? I don't know which one is which. You know what I'm saying? And people they were smashing both of them.
No, they ate the vegan one. They smashed the vegan one.
They smashed it. Like, it was gone, man. Like, we was fighting to get more. Like, it was this. She got a science to that. And last year, I went to another place and got the macaroni and cheese. I called her and begged for a pan. I got the scratch. I said, look. Whatever you got left, yo, just package it up and give it to me. And she like scraped up and gave me a pan. That's how I got it. It was a big difference from what I had.
Charge me whatever, huh? She could have like $100.
I had to call in the favor, man. I had to call in like, hey, you remember all those years I was supporting you? You know what I'm saying? It's not, you know what I mean? Cause she looked out though, man, for sure. But it's that big of a difference.
But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Y'all have a good evening, and we're wrapping up another episode.
All right, gentlemen, y'all have a good holiday.